Hi there, it's Nicole for Lawn Fawn, and today I'm sharing a slider Easter card featuring quite a few different Lawn Fawn stamps and dies combined to create this cute little peekaboo slider. The slide on over dies make it so easy to create fantastic sliders using lots of different images. To start, I have a background here die cut from some watercolor wishes paper. I also used a cross-stitched small rectangle die. I die cut a rectangle from some cilantro cardstock as well. And then what I'm going to do is die cut my slider from my background. First though, I will die cut two simple grassy hillsides from that green rectangle. Because I die cut it first with the cross stitch design, that's going to give both borders that great cross stitching around the sides and the bottom, so it just gives that nice continuous look. From one rectangle, I can get both borders that I need for my card. Now, I originally did use the longer straight slide on over die, and it really did not work. So I kind of disassembled everything, and I am using the shorter of the two straight dies. I'm going to want my little peekaboo bunny to come straight out. And what is going to happen here is this little short die, most of it actually will be hidden back behind the grass borders, which I really like. And I'm going to die cut that from the background. And then I did die cut that from that background grass as well. Then on the forefront border, this is going to be the border on the front, the one more in the front, I guess I want to say. I am going to take the greetings from the little Hoppy Easter mini stamp set. I'm going to take both words and the exclamation point, and I'm using my Misty to line those up perfectly and stamp those with Versamark ink. Then I will heat emboss those greetings with white embossing powder. I love the look of bright white embossed greetings on a solid cardstock like this. I think it really pops, and the nice white color just helps with that beautiful springy feel of this design. I'm sprinkling on that white embossing powder. I want to make sure that I get everything covered really well. And then once I have the entire greeting covered, it looks like I maybe missed a little area, I will heat that up with my heat tool. Once I have that, I am ready to start stamping the images I need to build my scene. I've kind of got my background elements for the scene building. I have the little slide. So now what I need are the bunny and the egg and the carrot from Hoppy Easter. Now I didn't stamp it here because as I built the scene and worked on the scene, I realized that I wanted a little Easter basket to go with this. So what you do is just, a lot of times when you're designing a card, you maybe don't know everything you need at that moment. You can always go back and add extra elements later. Just some quick coloring with Copic markers here. The colors I'm using are shown across the bottom of the screen. I stamped multiples of the carrot and the little Easter egg. I think that adds to the Easter feeling of the card, and I'll be tucking those back behind both layers, plus adding them maybe to hands on some of the critters. Have the bunny that's going to slide out of the pull tab slider will be holding one as well. I did not even do a ton of blending on the carrots. I did none at all. I simply laid down the base color and then took the darker color. The bunny is going to be in all shades of light warm gray, little touches here and there. Pretty quick coloring here. I tried to keep it as simple as possible. But super cute little images. I think this little bunny is adorable. I have used it, excuse me, before on a pop-up style card. He's just really cute, and I love that it coordinates so well with bunnies and Easter images from past Lawn Fawn stamp sets. Next, I'm coloring in the Easter eggs. Again, all in springy colors. We're going to have some pinks, yellows, purples, a little aqua as well, and orange. Pretty quick coloring. Once I have these images all colored, I will take the coordinating Hoppy Easter dies and die cut all of these images. The coordinating dies make it so great, especially for those little small images, which can kind of be tricky to fussy cut with scissors. Just a couple more to color here. I tend to stamp a few more images than what I actually need most of the time, just in case I need to go back later and maybe color another one, or I need another image, or maybe they didn't all stamp so well. A lot of times I will stamp just a few more than I need. That way I always have some extra and I don't have to go back and grab them later. Finish up this last egg. This little chick here is from the Happy Easter stamp set, which is another small stamp set. It's not quite a mini stamp set, but it is small. And not only am I going to use the chick from this, but both bunny images as well. You can see them there. I kind of was playing around with some of the different elements. I'm coloring this chick in with some blue-green colors, a yellow, and an orange for the beak. I also have a butterfly from the Chirpy Chirp Chirp. Another little bird from Elfie Selfie. There's also another bird I already colored. He's kind of sitting there. You can see clear over to the left from Year 4. And then, of course, that Easter basket from the Hoppy Easter stamp set. So the birds are all colored the same. I won't show all of those. The little butterfly is in those same shades of purple or blue that I used for the Easter eggs, and then the basket is E55 and 57. I will simply die cut all the rest of these images, and then I can start putting together the slider. This slider, the long slider, was just simply too long. So even though you can kind of see here, and I wanted to leave that in so you could just see the difference between the short slider and the long one. I have my background, I've got all my critters, I've got the little slider element. I want the bunny to mostly be hidden. So I have this thin strip of cardstock. It's not quite an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch wide, and it's pretty long. I keep it long on purpose. That's going to allow me to figure out exactly how long I need that slider to be. I kept that inside piece from when I die cut the slider from the background. That's just going to hide the background so that you don't see the white quite so much. And I am trying to get it positioned in the center of that strip. And really, it's going to work better. Maybe that'll work. I played around with it quite a bit, and that was not even. So what I did was kind of pop those borders back off, which I should have done in the first place. I'll line up my background, replace that little piece there. Then I can put both my borders on. The Hoppy Easter border is doubled up with foam adhesive. So that layer is going to have 2 layers of foam adhesive, and then there'll be 1 layer of foam adhesive on the back of this whole panel, which we'll get to in a minute. I have got these little slider component things here. These are from My Favorite Things, but they are fantastic You could also use some pop dots. There's lots of different things you could use to place your little critter or whatever you're wanting to slide out on. I'm going to put 2 of them there just to give a little bit more security to my bunny. Want to make sure that's going to work real good. And I only want the ears to be peeking out so that you can pull that tab and pull him up and see the cute little bunny holding on to his carrot. It's just so super fun. I love creating these little sliders like this, and the pull tab slider gives you a little bit more control than like a penny slider or something like that. I tend to like the pull tabs just a little bit more for whatever reason. I stamped the little butterfly trail from the chirpy chirp chirp up there in the sky. That's another great thing about the shorter slider, is that it opens up more of the sky to fill it up with some cute images. My 2 bunnies from Happy Easter are hidden there back behind the grass, and of course I can tuck in all of the little carrots and eggs and things as well. Now on each side of the slider track on the back of this panel, I want to put some foam adhesive. And I'm going to put foam adhesive all over on each side of it, not on the slider itself, so that it's all raised up, and that's going to create the little slider track. I also used a powder tool along both edges. It's going to help make that slide and hopefully not catch when you pull the slider up and down. Got little birds holding on to carrots and things, holding them out for the bunnies. I like putting some of the little characters maybe sitting on the bunny ear. I'm going to trim off that little bit of extra I don't need from my pull tab slider. I don't want anything sticking out the bottom. That'll kind of ruin the look of the slider. I can pull off my backing paper from the back of this panel now, and I have die cut a rectangle using a zigzag rectangle stackable that I can place this whole thing on, and then put the whole panel on a top fold card base, and you have a pull tab slider Easter card, perfect for the upcoming Easter holiday. Thanks for joining me for this pull tab slider Easter card featuring Lawn Fawn stamps and dies. The supplies I used to create this card are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here are a couple more videos featuring Lawn Fawn stamps and dies that you might be interested in. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.